Good morning all, thank you. Dignitaries, special guests, residents, friends and families of Stoughton Fire Department, thank you for coming to the grand opening of our new Station 1 for Stoughton Fire Department and the community and town of Stoughton. The first order of business is for us to raise the flag. That signifies that this building 24/7, 365 days a year will provide emergency response services until this building is no longer suitable to provide those services, which will be long after all of us are here. This building is outstanding, it's beautiful, and it will provide these services for many generations to come. Flag detail, prepare to raise the flag. Department, attention, whoo! Detail, raise the flag to full mast. Present, hung. Order, arms! Deputy, bring the department to parade rest. Detail, fall out. Thank you all for coming, and our first speaker for today's grand opening ceremony is our chief of the department, Chief Michael Carroll. Can you hear me better? Well, first I'd like to say thank you all for coming today. It's a historical moment for the Stoughton Fire Department. There's so many people to thank for this project. This really started back in 1997 on the MMA report and a study coming up for a station up here, followed by, I actually have it memorized, 2007 and 2014 studies that this community spent a lot of money on, and unfortunately, for one reason or another, we chose to go another way, which is how things happen. But we went outside the box on this, and what I mean by that is we brought in a team mentality which fits the fire service. Everything we do is teamwork, and I don't know how you operate anything or do anything without that. Our team, whether it be all the retirees that sweat, bled, and shared cries with, laughs around Freeman Street while dodging water pouring out of the ceiling and maneuvering around. But we made it happen, right? We adapt and overcome. That's what we do. The teamwork aspect to it is challenging at times, but working for the Stoughton Fire Department for 30 years, it gets to be a little easy, right? I stay in my lane, I focus on operations, and our team of, whether it be the select board who chose to put a working group together, right, and say, get this done. Whether it be the senators and representatives who will say, let's figure out how to do this, and then supporting all of us. Durham Whittier, those are the experts I rely on. Okay? You know the construction, you know what needs to be in there, right? We'll just tell you, we'll just help you get that project on and how that's gonna fit into the operations. Pomeroy, Rick and Taylor, and especially Bob Rice, who's lived here for the past few years. Bob, I'm not sure whether you claimed a dorm upstairs, but you're well deserving of it. The working group, whether it be Fran Brunetti, who handled really all the finances aspect to it, Mark Tisdale, Craig Horsfield, Paul Jaffoon. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but I guess my point for saying this is that in today's world, nobody can do anything on their own, and you're crazy if you try. It's really, really difficult. Every call these men and women go on, we're a team when we go out there. Everybody has their job. They stay in their lane. And good things happen when that happens. When they start stepping outside that lane, that's when things, if you're not doing your job, then who is, right? It's all supportive stuff. Every time they ask me, whether it was Taylor or Glenn or whoever it be, hey, do you think your guys would mind? Do you think your firefighters would mind? Do you think? Absolutely not. They can get it done. Absolutely not. Even as recent as doing geotech drilling at Freeman Street inside Bay 5, 9 feet down, a pipe, who knows, it's older than the building, 100 and whatever years old. They couldn't have hit oil, but no one knew it was there. Flooded the bay, washed out underneath the concrete, shut off all the water to Freeman Street. Chief, can your department make a rapid extrication, get up and operate out of here while things are being buttoned up? Absolutely. It's not a problem. Call the officer, Captain O'Neill, got it done. They make my job easier. They really do, this department. This is well-deserved. It is. It's important. I know there was a lot of negativity, or some people, why and why is this and what's this, and all I did is trust my instincts of 30 years on this department. Response times, running routes, what do the firefighters need? Even understanding how important it is for the firefighters, their health, their safety. One of the first things I did when I was told start cutting back, we got to get this passed, start cutting back square footage and money, right? We got to make this project work. And I said, well, I'm not cutting a bay off. I promised everybody this is a department that's going to be sustainable and for the future. Per square foot, probably administration. So I cut my own office out of here. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt a little bit now because it's so nice, but my point of saying that is that, sometimes as a leader, you got to eat last, right? We had to provide a good operational station built for firefighting, built for operations, the ability to come in from a fire and go in through what is basically a decon area and come out clean. The stuff that's dealing within the fire service, whether it be the cancer rates are off the charts. We think we're victims to it. We're victims to the science at the time, right? The PFAS, going to all those, what we call smells and bells, burnt food, all that Teflon burning, you're breathing it in. They needed to come back, and they needed a little bit of a sanctuary to which they could not only decon, but get some peace. And I say that because just recently our department had a call, very difficult to deal with. 11-year-old boy, they couldn't resuscitate him, right? We came back here, I think the Captain Newberry was at the time. This wasn't open, but just the solace in the quietness, rather than being on Freeman Street where people are racing by, car detailing places across the street. People across the street from us, adjacent to us, people across the street from us are just, there's just a lot of different things, different demographics, and different things that happen in different places. But we dealt with it. We've done a very good job. We were taught by our retirees. The resiliency built in is unbelievable, and it's really a tribute to the retirees that really led me, mentored me. And so that's what we do in the fire service. We mentor up. We mentor up. You go to the academy, but you really learn your stuff when you're done with the academy. You step in here, and the senior guys take you, and they just bring you up to a whole different level. You know, I thought long and hard of the historical aspect to this, and as much as I appreciate the culture and I don't want to lose fire culture, I think it's so huge. I think we are out ahead of everybody with the whole idea of teamwork. Teamwork, whether it be Group 3 just saving a pediatric infant, resuscitating them just last week, I believe. And then as recent as Thursday, fire called 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was here meeting with the supervisor for the construction company, and all of a sudden they got a call for a fire here. They responded. I followed the ladder. The ladder just came back, and kudos to DPW. They got our ladder up and running within an hour. We had issues. Was able to make it. They got there, and timing, and this is why where fire stations are located are so important. They got there, first line into the fire, was able to make his own hydrant, supply his own water supply, right? We have been working on this. I challenged this department when I started. We had some hurdles to get over, and I challenged them. We have got to be better on the initial aspect of a fire response. We have to be better. We're not going to be mediocre. We're not going to be average. We are going to be unbelievably the best department we can be. So first engine gets off, gets a good size up, first line in to the fire, can't find the fire. Fire's up in a soffit between the two floors, burns through to the second floor. He repositions, they reposition, second line in, first floor. Come across a 93-year-old woman. Pull her out. Stoughton ambulance on scene, transports to Med Flight Landing Zone, flown to Mass General, and as of yesterday afternoon, in the ICU, alive. As they're going back in for their hose line, the room flashes over. Fire rolls across. Seconds. Nobody survives a flashover. No one. That's the importance of why is the fire station on the east side, because multiple studies have sent it to us. This town has spent tons of money to be that. You know, I couldn't have been prouder of this group. And because of the teamwork, staying on task, right? Not freelancing, as we call it, right? That woman, and as I said to them, as we did a quote-unquote hot wash after the fire, you gave her a chance, guys. So all we could do is give her a chance. There's a lot of residents in Stoughton, elderly, living by themselves with their dog, right, that don't have help. That's what we're here for. And we want to position ourselves to be there for them. Teamwork got us this station. Teamwork continues to do what they do. And I hope the town understands that teamwork is just an investment to the town. It's really to make the town better. The process today, no one's lining their pockets or getting away with anything, believe me. Thousands and thousands of hours of meetings. I mean, thousands. And I apologize to the department. I couldn't be the chief that was just operational and just, because as Jack and I were leaving at Town Hall parking lot at midnight after one of the meetings and we're trying to get this passed, we're like, I really want to get into the operations, Jack. He's like, I know, but this is important. I said, I know. A lot of retirees and a lot of firefighters are counting on us to do the stuff we need to do. So with that, I want to thank everybody for coming. I hope this is another 100-year building, at least. I think that, actually, I know that the department appreciates it. It's a night and day. It is night and day. And I thank you guys. I thank you guys for continuing to answer calls, even though we're on pace to break another year of incidents, and adapting, and just being so easy to deal with. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Carroll. It's important for everyone to know here that our select board voted unanimously 5-0 to have a new fire station built for us, and we wouldn't be here without them today. The chair of the select board, the Honorable Stephen Cavey. Yes.
Thank you all. I'll be very brief. First of all, when I first ran for the select board, one of the first things that I started talking to people about was the fire station at Freeman Street. And at that point, I believe that there was, right now to fit, so we got a truck right here that sort of represents what it looked like at the time that fire station opened. It was a little bit, it's a beautiful truck, but it was a little bit Keystone Cops, and it doesn't, when you look at the fire trucks and the ambulances that are currently now used in service, you can tell, the height difference is substantial. And in Freeman Street, there's very, very little clearance to get one of these modern trucks into the Freeman Street. And in order for them to do any maintenance on it, they have to pull the truck out of the building to do it outside. And beyond that, I don't believe the building was air conditioned up until recently. Constant issues with water, and I think it might be like mold. There's things in there that you expect from a 100-year-old building. And it just really bothered me that we have these men and women who are willing to risk their lives for us, and we have not provided them with facilities that really respect that commitment to the community. And I at that point made it an important part of my own political career to make sure that there's a building worthy of their sacrifice in time and their willingness to sacrifice their own safety. And I really do believe that we've been able to pull that off collectively as a community and with the help of many outside parties. And there's a couple people I'd really like to thank very specifically for this. So everybody has there's been so much contribution, and everybody deserves a thank you. I know the chief did a great job with that. But some of the people I would like to thank, to really pull out, are the project managers, Pomeroy and Associates, and also our architects, Dear Whittier, Dorn Whittier. When this project, at any point this project was ever at any thing that resembled risk, they proved to be really wonderful partners. They helped us understand our options. They worked with us through some very difficult decision making, and I really can't thank them enough. They have helped out so tremendously, and I hope to partner with them in the future. And any communities that they have buildings they want to build, I highly recommend them. They have done an absolutely awesome job of taking care of Stoughton and looking out for us. Before we could get to that part, though, I think there were some political hurdles that we had to get through, and what we needed is something that comes around, once in a generation. It's somebody who won't let go of the problem. They don't take the foot off the gas. It's sort of a dog that won't let go of the bone, who just is not going to relent until it happens. And from my experience, that was the chair of the board at the time this was voted on, who for me, I think Joe McCrisky specifically, I owe a debt of gratitude for his service and the fact that he just simply would not tolerate us not getting to a place where this was possible. And that was done with the help of the rest of the board as well. We worked together well, but this could not have happened if Joe wasn't in the position he was in when we were voting on this. I'm absolutely certain of it, and for that I'm eternally grateful, because it was an important project for me as well. And very last, I mean, as I said, there's a lot of people to thank, but the men and women of the fire department have dedicated their lives to protecting us, to ensuring that we are provided for, and I'm just grateful that we've been able to repay that just in some way by providing them with a facility that honors their service. So that's it for me. Thank you very much for coming, guys.
For well over 30 years, there's been no bigger champion of the town of Stoughton than Joe McCrisky for public safety. On behalf of the board, Joe McCrisky.
It's finally here, folks. I'm here to I'm going to renege on a statement I made years ago when I said, if people want to get rid of me, help us build a fire station. Well, I'm not going to adhere to that for a little while because of the great things we've been able to do. Things have changed so much on how our board, our entire board, right down from Steve Cavey, the chair, Scott Carraro's here, Deb Roberts, myself, Lugito, is that we did that. Rick Pomeroy, where are you? Where's Rick? Stand up, Rick. Take a look at this gentleman, and I made a phone call to him one time, and I said, are the taxpayers of Stoughton getting their money's worth? And he said, no. This project is being overthought, overbuilt, and we can do better. And I've always said that I'll surround myself with people better than me. I don't know it all. Like the chair mentioned, these are the people that got the job. So, Rick, thank you. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for doing Whittier and the Pomeroy Group and all the folks there that have done the job to get this done in the best interest of the taxpayers of Stoughton. Thank you very much. I've got to say that about a month ago, I walked through the building, and I thank the chair for his kind words, but I've been here for a long time. I've been here through our high points, through our low points, through the tragedies that faced our committee, our town. But one thing has been consistent is Stoughton will stick together. When it hits the fan, we will stick together. And that's what we did on this project. Every member of the board had a role to play. We got it done. We had to take some drastic steps to do it. It wasn't pleasant in some people's eyes when we just abolished the working group in the past, who were planning a project that was already at a $65 million cost for a joint building, and we had no land for it. And we knew by talking with everybody here that we could get the job done. If we go to the residents and we show the residents what the plan is, what the problems are, what the solutions are going to be, that residents will vote for the future of their town. And this has been the pinnacle of what I've accomplished since first being elected in 1992, but I couldn't get it done with the current member of the board and one member that was not with us, that she left office there, but it was a group effort. And this building should really stand as an example for everyone, whatever department it is, you know, working with it. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask our town manager, who's talking, Tom Coulter, just stand up. Tom Coulter, our town manager, folks, has made such a difference in this community, and he is really the lug nut of the center of the wheel to keep everybody moving forward, whether it's elected officials, department heads, finance committee members, different groups, town meeting. Information, if it's presented in the right way to our residents, we can do great things, and we're doing that. I appreciate the kind words, but I couldn't do it without anyone that's sitting out here that I work with every day representing the taxpayers, and I thank you all. Chief, the best looking chief in the state of Massachusetts, we got to get this guy on one of those calendars or on GQ, right? I mean, yeah. Well, I'm the older version of that, I guess, right? Yeah, trust me, it wasn't. But no, thank you very much, and I am so happy to those retirees, to our 3 people that have been lost in line of duty. I know they're looking down. That's why that sun is shining right now. And that is the message. We can do great things together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. McCrisky. Joe, I'm sorry, but I believe my wife would say the second handsomest chief in the state of Massachusetts. Just kidding, Chief. You're a handsome guy, Chief. Station 1 is the large part of our infrastructure project. The next phase of our infrastructure project is 30 Freeman Street. And 30 Freeman Street does not happen without the Norfolk County and the Norfolk County Commissioners. Over $6 million has been put via grants by the Norfolk County Commissioners to the town of Stoughton to refurbish 30 Freeman Street. On the behalf of the Norfolk County Commissioners, the Honorable Richard Stady.
See, my friend from Canton, Bill Galvin, said I wasn't speaking today, so I'm not prepared. But it's an honor to be here at this very, very important occasion, and I'm honored to represent the Norfolk County Commissioners, Joseph Shea from Quincy Chair, Peter Collins of Milton, and myself. I'm going to play a little bit on the earlier remarks by the chief, the handsome chief, shall we say. And we talked about teamwork, and it's a great point to build upon because never was it more evident in terms of making this an accomplishment, and again, what lies ahead for your department as well, as far as the second phase. And that was the involvement of the county. No question, my friend and associate at Norfolk County, who represents the town of Stoughton very diligently, Joe McCrisky, reached out to me a couple of years ago when this whole ARPA, the American Rescue Plan of Action, came about. And he said, well, Norfolk County got the federal money, and each town had a certain amount, and we were going to give it out in a certain way over a number of years. And Joe said, well, can I get it all now? You know, like all in. I want to be all in. I said, I'm not sure, but you know what? As a will is a way. So we sat down and we figured it out. We had a meeting at the county. We had a meeting at the Stoughton Town Hall with the former administrator. But she was there and other people were there as well. And the town of Stoughton got one large check from Norfolk County to help with their process in terms of what we see here today. So very pleased to really be a part of that, a small part. Very pleased to be able to serve our firefighters and our first responders in that way as well, and of course to serve the town of Stoughton. So I'm going to keep it short because there are other speakers ahead that are much more long-winded than I am, but I do want to say thank you for inviting me. My pleasure to serve the town of Stoughton, and good luck, and God bless all our firefighters in the service of the town. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Stady. Deputy Brackett, no love for you? No? Oh. On behalf of the state, our state senator, Walter Timilty, and Representative Bill Galvin and Ted Phillips, please come forward.
Okay. Thank you very much, and good morning, Chief Carroll, Assistant Chief Maycomber, Lieutenant Goldberg, President of the PFFM Local, and of course our Select Board, and Commissioner Stady. Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here today. And I must say I have the privilege of serving as your state senator along with Rep. Galvin and Rep. Phillips. We're very proud to be part of this great delegation representing this great town. I'm also the chair of the Public Safety and Homeland Security Committee, and I work with delegations from all around the Commonwealth, as we all do. And I also work with the Fire Chiefs Association of Massachusetts and the Professional Firefighters of Mass, State Fire Marshal. And let me say this fire department, the men and women of this department, led by our chief and our assistant chief and, of course, our PFFM local president, is A+, and the reputation is A+. And this town deserves the very best. And it is getting the very best through the actions of the town, our voters, and our select board, and our fire study committee. And I'd just like to congratulate the town of Stoughton on this great day in terms of public safety and congratulate the department. I have offered a citation this week in the State Senate, which I'd like to present to Chief Carroll. If the Chief could come forward, please, along with the Assistant Chief. Chief and Assistant Chief, it reads as follows. Commonwealth of Massachusetts State Senate. Official citation, be it known the Massachusetts State Senate hereby extends its congratulations to the men and women of the Stoughton Fire Department in recognition of the joyous occasion of the grand opening of Fire Station 1, and be it further known that the Massachusetts State Senate extends its best wishes for continued success, that this citation be duly signed by the President of the Senate and attested to, Chief, and a copy thereof transmitted by the clerk. It's been signed by our Senate President, Senator Karen E. Spilka, attested to by our clerk, Michael Hurley, and offered by myself, Walter Timilty. Chief, congratulations. God bless your department and your firefighters, and, of course, your retirees who have made this department what it is, and I always affectionately call our retirees the Ready Reserve. I know they're ready to go, and to each and every one of you in our PFFM local, thank you, and God bless you all. Chief, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Chief. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Still morning. Good morning. This is a very, very impressive station. And you've heard the speakers this morning and everyone here that worked very hard to make this happen. But the people that benefit is the town of Stoughton. That is the big winner today, is the town of Stoughton. Just like they said, the response time is so critical. Now it's going to be a little bit faster. And the equipment is going to be new and it's going to be efficient. That's what you get when you get an excellent and spotless station like we have here. And now it's my honor to present Teddy Phillips, who's going to offer a citation to the chief and deputy chief.
Good morning. Thank you, everybody. I just want to quickly add my voice in gratitude for, as Chief Carroll said, the teamwork that occurred in order to bring this station about. The team at Town Hall, from the town manager to the select board, Fran, procurement, everybody who has worked so tirelessly to bring this about, who really, dug into the weeds and dug deep in order to make this happen. The members of the department who have been waiting for this for far too long. But the fact of the matter is that you guys got it done through incredible amounts of teamwork, and we are so grateful that you guys stuck with it. Joe, for your leadership in bringing this about, because this is truly a station that you, the members of the Stoughton Fire Department, truly deserve, and that the town deserves in order, as they continue to see the top flight service that the fire department provides. So with that, I too have a citation from myself and Representative Galvin in recognition of the grand opening of Stoughton Fire Station 1, a modern state-of-the-art facility which will serve as the department's headquarters and will be a tremendous resource to the people of the town of Stoughton, extending very best wishes for future success and continued endeavors. Given this day, 26th day of October 2024, at the State House, signed by Speaker of the House Ron Mariano, State Representative William C. Galvin, and a very proud State Representative Edward R. Phillips. Thank you.
Last but not least, the president of Local 1512, Lieutenant Justin Goldberg.
Good morning, everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Like it's been said by many of the speakers before, this is a historical day. As a second-generation firefighter for the town of Stoughton, it's been discussed in the past about a new building, and the community here today made it happen. The men and women of this department are the hardest working men and women that this town could ask for. They come into work every day to serve everybody here. And this building is, breathtaking. I hope everybody here gets to come in and take a look around. But I want to thank everybody for your support, for the support of the fire department. Excuse me. And we did it. Thank you very much.
We have two capstone events to finalize this formal ceremony for the grand opening, but I like to talk a little bit, so I'm going to say a few words before we enter those two capstone events. I just want to double down on what the chief said earlier, trying to recognize all those. I won't get everyone. We're doing our best, but from the top again, it starts really with the leadership of the town, the select board and the town managers. Thank you so much for continuing to support us and supporting us when we start this project. Thank you very much. Pomeroy and Associates, Doran Whittier. You've been on this for several years prior to Chief Carroll and myself coming aboard administration, and you stuck with it, you stayed with us, you stayed with the town, and we came up with a plan that the town felt would suit the needs and we felt would suit the future needs and growth of the department. Thank you very much for your support. The town working group, as the chief stated earlier, Mark Tisdale, Craig Bushveld, Fran Budnetti, Paul Jaffoon, I'm missing likely many others. Thank you so much for your hard work and your tireless efforts over the course of this project. And we still need you a little longer, so please don't plan on retiring anytime soon, okay? And lastly, but not least, because I've quite frankly probably forgot more than a few people, are the members of the fire department. We had our own internal working group for several years. They came in on the time off, didn't take a nickel, didn't want a nickel. All they wanted to know was how could they help to make this the best possible station. So please, a big round of applause to all of our members of the department for the hard work they put in. They toured the whole state of Massachusetts, going to fire stations, looking at how could we be efficient and be effective and be proper stewards of the taxpayers' dollars. And that brought us this beautiful, magnificent station. First order of business, it's appropriate to have a ribbon cutting ceremony for new facilities. In the fire service, we do what's called the decoupling of the hose. So in front of Bay 3 there, right next to engine 2, we have two lengths of 2.5-inch hose. On the right side, I'd like to ask the select board and town manager to go to the right side of the hose. And on the left side, I'd like to ask the chief of the department and group 2, the working group on shift, to go on the other side of the chief to decouple the hose. Please stand forward. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time, on behalf of Chief Carroll and the Stoughton firefighters, thank you to the residents of the town of Stoughton. This does not happen without the residents' blessing. Thank you to all of you, the residents of the town, for making this happen. Thank you very much. This concludes the formal portion of our ceremonies. Welcome to the open house and fire prevention business. Thank you very much.